like to do when I'm first planning a trip, like once I found out the destination and I have my flight, is I start to think about both like my itinerary and kind of costs at the same time. So basically I kind of, will make a list of everything I want to do in that destination. I will research best companies to go with, kind of compare prices. And I think doing your research is important because it does allow you to get better rates and deals and things. One of the cheapest options around is staying in hostels. This can be a fantastic way both to stretch your budget, as well as like meet cool, interesting people. I always book with hotels.com because every time I book, I get a check mark towards like a free hotel stay. So by always booking through one platform, I make sure that I'm getting credit for every time I book a hotel. And honestly, like after 10 nights, you get like a free night, and it's the average of whatever price you paid for all the other hotels that you actually paid for and booked. And those can add up. And another cool site as well is Hotels Tonight, which is like last minute hotel deals. So you can't book like really far in advance, but if you're able to book kind of last minute, that can be a really awesome way to just see what hotels are available. And it's not, I know it's called Hotel Tonight, but you can do a few nights out. It's not just like same day of. But yeah, there's a lot of nice hotels on there, and you can find some really nice deals. So now we have our flight, we have lodgings booked. The next thing that I like to think about is activities. One of my absolute favorite ways to both research activities and find cool things to do in cities is to go on Airbnb and look at their Airbnb experiences option. And one of the things I love so much about this is the experiences you can find on here are, things that you can't find anywhere else. Airbnb has done a fantastic job of finding unique hosts in cities all around the world and getting them to come up with these cool and unique experiences. If you can find free activities, I know that's always ideal for making sure you're stretching your budget really far, and having a few days that you aren't spending a lot of money can be helpful. I would say like definitely keep an eye on museums that have free days, because this is actually super, super common all over the world that certain days each month, the museum will be open to the public for free. So, if you do your research, that can pay off, and you might be able to go see some cool things and learn about some interesting history or art, or, see some things in whatever destination you're in for free. Definitely like do a little research. One of the tools I love is All Trails. This will show you different popular hiking routes that are in the area. And, you can read people's reviews, listen to their tips, see how long the route is, like how challenging it is. So that's like a really nice resource as well. I love to eat. So food is sometimes an area that I splurge a little bit on, but I understand that everybody is not that way. And it's actually one of the areas that you can save the most money on if, you're trying to keep your budget, a little tighter. So a few things, like one, street food. If you're in a place where there's street food, absolutely eat that. It's going to be your cheapest option, and it's going to be extremely authentic. I always kind of look to see like, all right, where are the locals going? And those are the places you want to try, because they're the people who know like where the really good food is. In terms of gifts, I'll say don't buy things from the stalls right outside like the main tourist sites, because the prices are always way more expensive. And most of that stuff you can find elsewhere in the city. Getting around the city and ground transportation, there's like a number of ways you can save money. First off, like if you're in a situation where you can take an overnight bus instead of a flight, go with that. That's usually like a much more affordable way to travel. And you don't end up like, and you save a night on accommodations as well, because you are on the bus overnight sleeping. I would say there's a lot of different, ways you can get creative with how to get around, and, save a little bit of money in the process.